Hey, Ari, how are you? What, we still got beef?
Nah, no beef, Josh.
Hit 'em up! Hit 'em up! Move 'em out! Move 'em out!
We want to know what's bothering you in the world of sports. Give Murph a call at 312-644-6767. That's 312-644-6767. And tell him what's beefing you in the world of sports. What's Your Beef is brought to you by Brown's Chicken Sandwiches and Catering and BrownsChicken.com.
What's your beef? Oh, a beautiful day like this. Our wonderful sports teams, first time in our life, first time in history, we'll have all 5 teams, perhaps, in the playoffs this year. Go Jay Cutler, Cubs Sox. We already got the Bears and the Bulls in the black and the red uniforms. What can anybody have a beef about with everything going so great? Hey, you'll have no beef with my friends at Brown's. Go get an Italian beef. Lunchtime, look at 24 minutes after 12. You're hungry, you're in the car, an Italian beef. Oh, the best you've ever had. The way that Grandpa used to talk about. Your dad used to talk about him. Or you just moved here from Michigan. You just moved here from Phoenix. You just moved here from Cleveland, Cincinnati. You just moved. What's all this Italian beef I hear about in Chicago? Brown's has it nailed. Let's get to the phone line, see what you are beefing about today. Homewood Mike is on the score. Hello, Mike. Let's start first with Zion Fred. I'm sorry. Hello, Fred.
How you doing, Murph?
Hey, yes.
Murph, my beef is with Gordon Wittenmeyer. You know what? Yesterday's column, he had a start about racist and Milton Bradley. You know what? I know these newspapers are having a hard time selling, but you don't have to start stuff up, you know? I don't go for it. I thought it was a cheap shot, and I'm just sick of these papers trying to be sensationalism and start stuff before it even happens.
Well, Fred, you're exactly right. It was a desperation, and let's do this. Number one, Tool of the Week is Friday, so let's not give names, but your topic is perfect. And I don't think Gordon Wittenmeyer necessarily came up with that, even if this were tomorrow for Tool of the Week. I think we would give it to the editor, who probably said, Gordon, go hack out this piece, because I'm going to give a writer more credit that follows the Cubs than to go out and write that on his own. That being said, Fred, you couldn't be more correct. It was a story that was so trumped up to try to sell newspapers, and I understand they're having trouble, but don't think that we in Chicago buy into that this is really occurring to the degree that a front page splashed on story. It was embarrassing, in my opinion. Hang on, go visit my friends at Brown's, okay?
Take care, Murph.
Hang on, Fred. I appreciate it very much. You know what you do when you go to Brown's? Hey, the Italian beef, and I'd like an Italian sausage. Or you could just say, put them together, call it a combo, because it's the favorite of the president of Brown's, Frank Portillo. If that's his favorite, you know it's got to be great. Let's go to now Mike in Homewood. I jumped the gun on poor Mikey before. Hello, Michael.
Hey, Murph, go Cubs, go Blackhawks.
Oh, what's your beef, Mike?
But I got a beef with the NBA officiating. I am sick of it. One time a guy can go up and get bodied and almost tackled, no call, and then all of a sudden another time somebody touches a fingernail and gets called for a foul. What's with that?
I don't know. There's no consistency. It's an embarrassment to the league. Why the commission? You know, I don't care if they don't call anything or they call everything. But you got to go one way or the other. You know what I mean, Mike?
I agree 100%.
Now, I'll tell you something else. Interesting story buried yesterday with so much going on. The Bulls center, Brad Miller, talked about his first playoff experience back in 2000, and Tyrus Thomas says we better be ready because there's nothing more physical. They don't blow the whistle at all in the playoffs, which hopefully is the equalizer because they never call anything on little Derrick. When Derrick Rose has the ball, when's the last time when he took the lane and got hammered that they blew the whistle, helping him out? Ever, Mike? Never.
They never.
I know. Well, you know what? If they don't call for anybody, then maybe it'll be fair for everybody. Mike, great job, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it very much. 644-6767. Hey, check out our lineup today. Murph till 2. In the second hour, Jim Callis, Baseball America. We'll talk plenty of Cubs and Sox with the senior editor from Baseball America. Brian Hanley of The Score of the Sun-Times covers the Bulls. He's at Berto Center. He'll be checking in with us, talking about the Bulls and the playoffs. Eddie Olczyk does a great job with Pat Foley over on TV. Hard Hawk Hockey will talk David Schuster's out at Wrigley Field covering a Cub game. One line open for the first time, 644-6767. Let's go to Skokie, Illinois. It's Gary next. Hey, Gary.
Hey, Murph, how are you?
Fine, man. What's your beef?
My beef is with the buffoons that edit the sports section in the Chicago Tribune.
No, wait, Doug Buffone doesn't. Oh, the buffoons.
No, buffoons. every day there's some mistake in that paper. This morning, backpage features about the Blackhawks playing series. Look at next to the pictures of the goalies. There's a little article about Kiprusoff and Javi Bulin. They don't even finish the sentence. It says Javi Bulin is 5 of his last. And then the sentence ends.
Well, here's the thing, number one, Gary. They're just happy that you bought the paper or that you subscribe. They are bare bone like every other. I'm not making excuses. You're exactly right. It's not the way that papers used to be. But you have to remember, they're hanging on by their fingernails. That might have been a computer glitch where it just dropped the end of the line. Hell, you look at now. They just hit spell check, and if there's 2 words, homonyms, here, H-E-R-E, here, H-E-A-R. If the guy types in the wrong one, spell check don't catch it. It's unbelievable, but that is the newspaper of now, and hopefully every day there's still a new. I worry about this, Gary. I worry about the day when there's no papers and we can't talk about them.
Oh, I enjoy it in the morning, sitting on my throne with a cup of coffee and looking at the sports section.
Wait a minute. I thought I was the only guy that did that. Hang on. Go visit my friends at Browns. It tastes better, Gary. Hook up my guy, Gary, in Skokie.
The streams are swollen, keep them doggies rolling, roll hard.
Oh, I love this.
Rain and wind and weather, hell bent for leather, wishing my gal was by my side. All the things I'm missing.
Good victuals, love, and kissing. All right, you're a plant operations manager of big, sophisticated heating, air conditioning systems. Air conditioning season is here. Springtime, thetowngroup.com. They do it right. Northtown, Westtown, my guys. Southwest Town, Northwest Town, my guys. The white trucks, the red stripes. Thetowngroup.com. They do it right. Back in a flash. Second round of phone calls on What's Your Beef. I'm going to tell you in a minute about the Primo pasta bowls at Brown's. Here's what you do. Get your big Italian beef in one hand, and then get your Prima pasta bowl in the other hand. Brand new, fresh, cooked to order, Southwestern-style macaroni and cheese. My favorite, fire-roasted tomato pesto pasta. Say that real fast. And maybe you'll love the creamy Parmesan Alfredo with Italian sausage. Fantastico! Primo pasta bowls at Brown's.
Move 'em on, rawhide.
Donovan, I've got your mom on the line, and she's got a major beef.
Brian Hanley's going to check in from Bulls practice. Eddie Olczyk's going to talk Hawks. Jim Callis from Baseball America. We already had Fergie Jenkins on. Fergie's signing his book right now at Borders in the Loop from 12:30 till 2 o'clock. Go say hi to Jenks. 150 North State Street, Borders, till 2. Let's get back to the phone lines because my friends at Brown's, you know it tastes better. Hey, go to brownschicken.com and find the Brown's location nearest you. Go to brownschicken.com and sign up to be part of their preferred customer club. Why? It's amazing. When you're a preferred customer club member of Brown's, automatic emails, notices of news, special offers. How about this? You'll get instant access to downloadable coupons to print and use at your neighborhood Brown's. And here's the most amazing thing. You, as a member of the Brown's Preferred Customer Club, there'll be exclusive offers. Got a little Marv Albert in me. Exclusive offers only going to club members like you. Let's go next. He's been patient. It's Larry out in Huntley, my guy. Hey, Larry.
Good afternoon, Murph. Good to talk to you.
Hey, thanks for hanging in there. Always good to talk to you, Larry. What's your beef from Huntley?
Nothing like a beef from Browns, huh?
Oh, it's the best.
My beef is when you hear coaches or general managers say that their team has to get better at the quarterback position or the running back position. We know their positions. Why can't they just say quarterback or running back?
The word position is bumming you out.
Yeah, why do they have to add that?
We got to get better at shortstop. We got to get better at the shortstop position. Yeah, what is that position jazz all about?
Yeah, when did they start adding that? We know
I
what
don't
they
know.
are.
Hey, they can lose that. We don't need the extra superlative. We know what they're saying. We got trouble at the position.
That's right.
Larry, good day out now. Oh, I bet it's beautiful today in Huntley. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, Murph.
They're going to get a stoplight soon. I love Huntley. Let's bring in DJ. Oh, they got stoplights in Huntley. DJ from Gurnee. Hello, DJ.
Hey, how you doing, Murph?
I'm fine, DJ. Hey, what's your beef?
My beef is with the Blackhawks coaching staff, I guess. I don't know.
Hold on. They haven't been in the playoffs in, 7 years? They're going to be playing tonight, and you got a beef with the coaches.
Well, now, they've made it, and that's great, but now, like they always say, in the playoffs, special teams are going to be key. So we got to fix this power play. Brian Campbell's been out there for the past 3 months, and he hasn't scored a goal.
So what would your I'm going to run this by Eddie Olczyk next hour. What would your suggestion be, and I'll see what Eddie O says about it.
Well, now that Patrick Sharp's coming back, you can put him out there with Kane, Taves, Havlat, and probably Cam Barker. Now you got a guy up at the point who could take a one-timer from each side. You got Campbell out there who's on his backhand the whole time, and he's never getting any shots off, and he hasn't scored a goal in who knows how long.
Now, I don't know much about hockey, but Brian Campbell's one of your high-paid guys they brought in here to do the job.
And what happened last year when he was in the playoffs with San Jose? He played awful. Ask Eddie O about that. His stats are brutal.
Hey, who's going to be, I'll put you on the spot, who's going to be the Blackhawks star, not of Game 1 or of this series with Calgary? Whether they win or lose, who's going to be the guy that plays the best? Was it Hobby Bolin, or who are you going to pick?
Everyone wants to say Hobby Bolin, but he's going to be steady. I'm going to go with Marty Havlat. Look at his stats when he played with Ottawa in the playoffs. I mean, he only played 10 regular season games, and then he came in and scored like 18 points in the postseason, and he can carry a team.
Well, you're exactly right. I had the Hobby Bull name written down, but when it comes to a guy that's performed and produced before in playoff time, it has been Marty Havlat. Great job. Good to hear from you, DJ from Gurnee. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks,
appreciate it. Let's go to Dave. Hey, Arlington Heights Dave's on the score. Hey, David.
How you doing, Mark?
Fine. What's your beef from Browns?
My beef is with all the good basketball people out there. Florida International hires Isaiah Thomas to be the coach. The guy has ruined every organization that he's worked with. He ruined Toronto when he was there. He ruined
He ruined the entire league.
Right. He bought the league and then promptly torpedoed it.
And that bad enough, he can't just ruin a few clubs here and there. He's got to ruin an entire league.
Well, not only that, Mark, but you look at what the lawsuit against him when he was on the Knicks was. Should state money even be used to pay a guy like that?
Did you hear that? Hey, Jay Zawoski, for Dave here, maybe you can find it or borrow it from the morning show. Mully and Hanley had, when they introduced Isaiah Thomas to the press down there at wherever the hell he's at, and they mispronounced his name. Here's Isaiah Thompson. They didn't even know their own guy, Dave. Thanks
They were too embarrassed to say his name.
They were. I like it. Nicely played. Thank you, Dave.
On behalf of President Medic, I'm glad to welcome you all and to welcome Isaiah Thompson as FIU's basketball coach.
Got to make you feel good, huh? Let's bring in... holding the longest Southside, Glenn is next on the score. Hey, Glenn.
Hey, Murphy, how are you?
Good, man. What's your beef?
Hey, I got two beefs.
Oh, boy,
I cannot stand third base coaches and baseball players with baseball IQ of 0. What I mean by that is I'm tired of seeing 2 hits to score a guy from second base.
Well, what if the guy is slow?
Hey, you know what? Third base coach should know that. And second thing I don't like is...
Well, it's not the coach's fault if you got Josh Fields, who can't get from here to there, and timing with the old sundial joke.
I look at the Cubs. The guy's on second base 30 times. They hit a single to center field, and the third base coach stopped him at third. Another thing, I'm sick of these baseball players trying to steal third base with no outs.
Oh, well, you're talking about a brain cramp by Fonten. Appreciate the call. Wasn't a straight steal. But I don't know what happened to Mike Fonten. But this could have been, how do we phrase this as a beef so it's not Tool? Ball players that don't know the situation, right, Jay Zawoski? This is amazing. Cubs game yesterday. And you would think that, Mike Fonten, a pretty sharp guy, right? Cagey. Had to, work his way through the minor leagues, being, 5'2". Eyes are blue. 5'8", whatever the hell he is. You got to be savvy. You got to have some moxie. You got to be an alert ball player. How about 9th inning, down by 3, Cubs yesterday. Soto at the plate. Men on first and second with nobody out. Home run ties it, right? Nobody out. Fontenot's on second. Now, I don't care, first of all, don't get me wrong, if the score's 10-0 or 0-0, you're never the first out of an inning at third base. And we could explain why. If you don't understand, just take my word for it. You're never the first or the third out of the inning at third base. And you're trailing by 3. There's nobody out. It's the bottom of the 9th. Soto's up. And what does Fontenot do?
In the dirt, Fontenot. Man, he got thrown out at third. That just got away barely from Iannetta. And that could loom very large.
That ball didn't get too far away. You see both players in your picture. Fontenot froze for a long time, and the ball just didn't get far enough away from Iannetta for Mike Fontenot to advance on to third base. That's one of those situations, trailing in the 9th. You have to be 100% sure you can make it to third base.
Unbelievable.
By nature, when you see a guy like Carlos Marmol, he was unhittable for most of the first couple months.
Here. Excuse me. CBS Equipment wanted to hear a little more of another play. I apologize for that. The little green squares are all on there, Jay, when they came in to reboot. My fault. Let's go next to my final beefer. Are you kidding me? Let's go to Northside George. Hello, George.
Hey, Murph, how you doing?
All right, man. What's your beef?
All right, beef is with the Cubs. We got to get Micah Hoffbauer into this lineup. I don't care how we do it. We need to do it.
Hold on.
Attention.
Listen to this.
Attention, please.
He's in today.
Have your pencil and scorecards ready.
Check it out.
And I'll give you the correct lineup for today's ball game.
George?
Beautiful.
You are going to Browns. That's a great beef. Lou heard you. Soriano, Fukudome, Lee. Hoffbauer in for Bradley today in right field batting cleanup. Hang on, buddy.
All right.
You're going to go visit my friends at Browns.
Thank you, Murph.
Oh, nicely done. And Vuk is on your side. My guy, Jeff Vukovich. Vuk, for all your insurance needs, solid as a rock. Jeff Vukovich is Murph's nationwide insurance agent of the year. 30 years, family guy. Congratulations, Vuk. Oh, man, that was fun.
Hey, Murph.
What, Jay? We're very busy. David Schuster's checking.
What's your beef?
Oh, I thought you'd never ask. Non-save closer situation.
Non-save closer situation.
It's not that easy to say, is it?
No.
About 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago, maybe a little less, we had a lot of Sox fans saying, what was Ozzie thinking bringing in Bobby Jenks in the top of the 9th at home in a tie game? His adrenaline wasn't pumped. It was a non-save tie game situation. He coughed up the lead. What is Ozzie thinking? Well, came back around noon. We talked about the fact that, hey, if you're home and it's the 9th inning or extra innings, it's always going to end if you win with a walk-off in the bottom of the inning. There'll never be a save situation. Naturally, you bring in your closer, be it Bobby Jenks. What's that last night? The Dodger game? Did you check this out? Dodgers, 4-4, top of the 9th at home. Big game with the Giants. Ballpark's packed, top of the 9th, Joe Torre brings in Jonathan Broxton. Strikeout, ground out. Bottom of the 9th, Dodgers get a run. Dodgers win. You'll always bring your closer in the top of the 9th or the top of the 10th, depending on matchups, in a non-save closer situation. That's my beef.
Thanks for participating in What's Your Beef. Join Murph for another edition of What's Your Beef. What's Your Beef has been brought to you by Brown's Chicken Sandwiches and Catering and BrownsChicken.com. All winners of the Mike Murphy Show are only eligible to win prizes once in a 60-day period.